Cleaning off this strange diff seal. What's it? Frets. I don't even know what the hell this is. This is just weird. On today's episode, I'm going to go over some basic maintenance, which for me is winter prep for my vehicle. This Cherokee is going to be my winter ride again. I'm going to do all the basics: fluid changes, oil change, grease everything, check the equipment, check the steering. I'm just going to basically ready for winter. Like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell thing. Let's get to it. It's time to start winter prep because I'm going to be driving the Cherokee all winter. So I'm going to take these tires and flip them with the Comanche tires, because the Comanche tires, you're basically at 3,000 miles on them and they're almost new. I'm going to clean the wheel surfaces off before I mount them. Michigan winters absolutely destroy wheels, and these are in pretty good shape. I want them to stay that way for as long as I can get them to. Comanche doesn't look bad with gold, and it's a taste of what is hopefully going to come in the near future for this thing after I lift it. The plan is to go ahead and service all the fluids under the hood, change the oil, change front diff fluid, rear diff fluid, and a transfer case. This transmission was serviced last year. It only has about 2,000 miles on it. I'll end up changing the wiper blades and go over all the other components, make sure everything's good and safe for winter. You want at least a little bit of heat in the oil before you start draining it. That way you get all the junk from the upper part of the engine circulating and moving down to the pan. Just gonna let it drain and check the other fluids. It's a little too hot to check the coolant, but I can check the power steering and the other fluids as I'm under here. I do like to try to wipe stuff off before I open it, just to prevent, or to help prevent getting stuff in the fluid. Well, we're good on power steering. Good on brake fluid and master. Add just a hair of coolant. If it gets cold enough this winter, I'll add the stuff that has antifreeze properties in it. Right now, I'm not that worried about it. I suddenly feel the urge to pee. This thing is thirsty. Now let's check our oil. Our oil is finished draining, so I go ahead and put the plug back in. There we go. I managed to get about a half dozen of the factory Jeep filters from a friend, so I was able to throw those on. I normally would use a Wix, but this is just as good because it was free. 4 liter takes 6 quarts of oil. I like to run 5 quarts of 10W30, 1 quart of 10W40. Really doesn't make a difference, but it makes me feel better. Now we'll fire it up, check the oil. Start it up, wait for the oil pressure to come up, and we'll check the oil. There we go. Let's see what the oil looks like. Beautiful, right where it's supposed to be. And mostly clean. It does have 200,000 miles. You're only getting so much out of an oil change on a vehicle this old. The transmission was serviced with fluid and filter change at 201,000 miles, about 203,400 miles right now. I will check trans fluid. Everything should be good with it though. I figured since I'm here, I might as well check all my steering components and all the other components on the front end. Meet you downstairs. Start on the driver's side, check the tie rod ends. Boots look fine. Check the steering components at pitman arm, nothing's loose. Overly full of grease, but it's in good shape. I don't see any outward damage on the steering stabilizer. No movement in the drag link for the steering. No movement in the tie rod and the passenger side wheel as well. I almost forgot to check the pitman arm. It's in good shape, but it is overly greased. I'm going to clean off all the fittings and throw some fresh grease in them. I really enjoy the maintenance factor of having a vehicle with grease fittings. I hate maintaining a grease fitting when everyone else on the planet is overfilled them to the point they're going to explode. This drag link is a gooey mess. Oh, great. Like, we're going to have to replace at least the boot. We will see how it goes. Yeah, I'm going to at least have to try to replace that boot in the very near future before that thing is totally gone. Everything else is in good shape, and the joint itself is not in bad shape, so hopefully if I do it now, I might catch it before it does real damage. Zerk fitting maintenance on the steering is complete. The engine should be cooled down enough now to check the coolant. We're good, it's green, it's to the level, and I don't see anything funny floating in it. The spring on the cap is also in good shape, as well as the seals. So we're good there, which is awesome. I'm gonna check and fill the tires. They're all gonna be low. The placard on the door says 33 pounds, so I'm gonna set them at 33. Close enough. Now let's do this 3 more times, we'll be good. These wipers are simple to take off. You just release the clip from the arm, slide the new ones in, lock them in place. I'd like to try to wipe the area down. No reason to get the new wipers dirty. These wipers are Hella brand, and they come with a protective plastic sleeve to cover the blade. Rinse and repeat. Same for the other side. Try to save whichever blade's in better shape. There's a spare, throw it in the interior somewhere. The last thing you want to do is lose a wiper blade in a bad weather situation and have it destroy your windshield. This one's good. Throw my winter supplies underneath the seat. The Cherokees have a nice area in here to throw random stuff into. And it doesn't roll around, it doesn't make a ton of noise in the car. Toe strap, shackle, jumper cables, cheapy code scanner because it's a Jeep and Lord knows you always need a scanner on you. And that extra wiper blade. That's the only pain in the butt, seat belts. Well, my Jeep's in its natural habitat on jack stands. I'm going to change the transfer case fluid, check the front fluid, fill it if needed, and at least inspect and fill the rear. You always want to break the fill plug first just in case, because if you get the drain plug out and you can't refill it, you're kind of stuck anyway. Oh, that's on there. Wow, that's really on there. I'm pretty sure someone's already damaged this Allen head before. So this might be entertaining trying to get this to free itself. Oh. Good, at least it's moving. Nope. Came out faster than I expected. Go ahead and throw the drain plug back in it, and we will get to filling this bad boy. Pull the fill plug and get to filling it. It's kind of redundant, but you know. This is likely going to be interesting. I don't have the money for those fancy squeeze bottles, so I'm going to have to use the old-fashioned suck gun method, which is probably going to be entertaining. Let's see how it goes. Quart number 2. Oh, apparently it's full. I'm gonna drain for a bit, make sure everything's clean, double check fluid level, and I'll be back. Just a big old chunk of rust. Transfer case is all set. Move on to the axles. Go ahead and clean out the front diff. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, so I'm gonna have to clean out the front diff plug a little more. Well, now that fluid's in very good shape, so I don't have to do anything to the front, which is great. That's why you wear safety glasses. Just got hit in the face with brake clean. But front's good to go. I'm not 100% sure what's going on back here. We're going to clean it up. This is a new one on me. I've never seen just a rubber freaking plug in a diff cover before. You got me on this one. I'm going to clean the area off and start filling with fluid. That's just weird. And it wasn't that much low, which is good. Cleaning off this strange diff seal. What's it? Frets. I don't even know what the hell this is. This is just weird. That does not fill me with confidence. My last thing on winter prep for the Cherokee is checking the lights. Let's get to it. Check the front markers. I got a light out on the passenger side front. Checking the running lights. Headlights. Hazards. Well, it works for hazard. That's weird. I'll see what I can figure out with that marker light. Basically, I'm done. The only thing I might still do is pop the sunroof open and blow the lines out, make sure the drain works, but I'm hesitant to open it at all. Depending on what I do, it'll be in this video. If not, it's done. Thanks for watching today's video. You get a little glimpse of what's coming up. I'm tearing this thing apart for the Chambler, which is behind me. There's going to be one more video on the Cherokee, and then likely you probably won't see it again until spring unless something breaks. We're going to do some paint, some touch-up, try to get rid of some of the structural rust. Thanks for watching. There'll be a lot more content coming. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. I'm always active in the comments, and I appreciate all the feedback. Thanks, everybody. You always want to fill the free plug first.